Welcome, one and all, to Daytona International Speedway for the 2025 PSRLA Cup Series Daytona 500 pre-race show. It's been quite the interesting week with a relatively interesting qualifying session and top 6 shootout, and of course a very exciting New Era Duel 1 and New Era Duel 2. But as we all know, today is where everything comes together. Today, should I say more, is the main event. The big kahuna itself, the Super Bowls of motor racing, call it what you will, doesn't change the fact that this is the most important race of the calendar. As we said, welcome once again to Daytona International Speedway, and joining alongside me is Sergio Alonso, owner of Checker Flag Motorsport. After taking the small break from the lead commentator for the Duels, thanks for that, by the way. Yeah, let's just say that doing that, those Duels were we encountered some shenanigans, but yeah, it's good to have her back.
Yeah, no problem. But of course, I'm actually very excited to see all these drivers to, roll up and definitely very exciting to see how these rookies fare up along with the veterans, especially that we do have ourselves Haley Anderson Jr. on the pole and, a couple of guys inside the starting top 10, even Skep Silver, honestly, in his PSRLA Cup Series debut, and Danny Johnson as well.
I mean, I'm actually so surprised by just how quick Anderson has been, and also by Silver. But I guess again, even more specific than Silver, because he came out of nowhere, signing in AG's Tokyo Truck Series, and actually I have no idea where he finished in the standings. I know I finished like top 20, something like that, 13th in the stand. Well, it wasn't exactly me, it was Emilio Benedetti, but it doesn't change a thing. But yeah, we've had plenty of interesting names. Anderson first, then Skip Silver, but also I'm actually surprised by just how good my boys have been, Bruno and Danny, but I don't want to talk about too much about them because that would be biased, and let's try to avoid that. But the first thing that we want to talk about, since this new season, this is coming off the heels of the, shall we say, super cursed 2024 season.
Yeah, aside from ultimately the season was cut short by 4 races, although yeah, I know some of these guys are hungry to win the title fair and square, especially Jeffrey Finca, who ended up being the champion last year. I know he's very excited to, actually bounce back and actually win the title by actually winning the title until the end of the battling out until the end of the season. But yeah, there are other challengers in the field right now. The likes of Nathan Stapleton, Eric Monaco, and even Zachary Fitzwater in his start of farewell tour from NR community, and don't look out with of course with also the likes of Roberto Brown Jr. still hunting for his first PSRLA Cup Series career win, and even don't look out for the. Of course, we don't have to look out for. We have to actually watch out for the young guns out there in the field.
That's absolutely true. We said Trouble Williams Jr. is also one of your boys. But look, as I said, Anderson, we mentioned him. Again, Skep Silver. I mean, though he's actually going to run. I mean, right now he's on a part-time schedule. He's running the Daytona 500. Who knows if Matthew Huber will fill them for other races? I would assume yes, because row 3, top 6 in a top 10 in Daytona 500 is already impressive as it is, especially considering the speed that he showed in Duel 2. But yeah, there's plenty more drivers. There's also Duncan Ward, for example, the Scottish steam train or something like that. I think that's how his manager Eddie Debbs called him. There's Dave Davidson. There's a lot of drivers that are rookies in the PSRLA Cup Series, but you definitely heard in either Nathan Stapleton's series or AG. again, Skip Silver made himself again. I'm repeating the same thing over and over again. I'm aware, but that's to drive the point home. Yeah, this field looks to be really interesting. And speaking of, considering the massive hole left by the mass exodus of 2024, Evans Ross, Velocity, with other teams that have with all the drivers and teams that left, I'd say the new guys and the new teams have filled that hole pretty nicely.
Yeah, you're right about that. The yeah, the likes of Vision Motorsports, OSZ Racing, even PS Motorsports and Williamson Racing. These guys have been cooking so far, but of course, well, however, well, I might actually have trust from little to no trust from some teams such as PS Motorsports and Williamson Racing, with how especially Williamson Racing, with how their equipment is, and the owner is not really that you know he does have a limited presence, Sebastian King, and in Porcher Stava, that Indian guy whatsoever, who owns PS Motorsports. eh, he may have those four car team, but does he really care about the team? We'll find out.
Yeah, of course, we'll see about that. But especially considering that, again, we brought this point home many times, but now we turn into a rating series. So now performances are, there's much more interest. There is much more not interest, should I say, more involvement in the teams. And at this point, if you're not going to involve yourself if you're not going to care about your team, then yeah, you're not going to care about the ratings. Then everybody's going to struggle, no matter how good the ratings of the drivers end up being.
Yeah, you're definitely right about that. Of course, especially not just the team, also the drivers. But another thing that I would like to discuss as well is, Firework King Racing. The lineups of Tara Pardon and Genius D'Amelio. I was really shocked about why in the world they are keeping Tara Pardon despite the underperformance from him. And for Genius D'Amelio, I guess he's totally fine. But as for Jackson Kelsey, the owner, he does have the history of yapping about how quote unquote bias the PSRLA Cup Series is, because his team is underperforming and such. But you know, driving for he used to be a twat driver driving for a twat team owner, and yeah. Also, his team was also underperforming last year with a couple of DNQs. Considering that they are a uncharted, both of their cars are uncharted. So yeah, I don't really expect them to do good this year, but who knows? Do you have any thoughts about that?
Well, I mean, for Barton, well, let's just say that the 2024 World Cup Series season wasn't exactly the best because the issues with Nathan Norman. We all know that. But in terms of trucks, I think how much they do in the truck series, like that's a genuine question.
Yeah, definitely. You're right about that, but who knows? Maybe 2025 could be his year.
Plus, and as for Genius D'Amelio, honestly, I wished he actually won the Grand National Series championship. It's a shame that he got like the most wins out of everyone, but because he had those two bad races and road courses, and then of course, as we know, the season was also cut short, and all three races were obviously technically four were all cut short. It's a shame that he didn't get the. I mean, it's a shame that he didn't win the championship, but at the same time, I'm glad he actually got a shot in the World Cup in the World Cup. I wish it was the World Cup series here in the PSRLA Cup series, because he definitely deserved that. Although speaking of the Grand National Series, I'm so surprised that nobody's bothered signing Brendan Rodgers, like the actual champion.
Yeah, I know, right? But Brendan Rodgers, I'm not really sure if he's that really that active, or I know for a reason that Brendan Rodgers was just one of those drivers from from the failed partnership, or yeah, the PSRLA merger, which is you know miserably failed. But hey, at least we don't have those kind of drivers anymore that caused the series to plop in with the viewerships last year. But who knows? But here's a one another thing that I would like to discuss further. Well, the number 44 actually of Able Motorsports, Jonathan Garrison. Good thing that they actually find an actual good ride over at Able, but of course the 44 is somehow, I would say, not really that lucky number. When Ludovic Charette used to drive for them, doesn't get any wins, almost won the Daytona 500, but you know, luck wasn't really on his side, and Jaden Russell, who actually made the playoffs in 2023 but not in 2024, is underperforming right there. Almost fell out of the top 36, the Daytona 500 automatic qualification code. But do you think Jonathan Carson does have what it takes to put the number 44 in the victory lane this season?
I want to say yeah, because again, because I want to say Charette and Russell just had really really bad lucks. I mean, Charette again, Charette won the World Cup series. Okay, Grattan is Grattan. It's a completely different scenario, but still, look at what Charette did after leaving the team. So after leaving Abel and joining forces with Grattan. And well, Russell, of course, we don't know much about Jaden Russell, but I want to say this is just bad luck. So now that we are winning series, I honestly believe that Carrison can actually do something good. And since we are two team owners, I guess we should talk about. Speaking of Charette, I guess we should talk about what we expect from the season. And first and foremost, I want to know what you expect from your boys at Checker Flag.
Honestly, I don't know. Maybe since there's a lot of changes with the lineup, with Ludovic Charette leaving the PSRLA Cup Series for good and loaning out Aver Alford to Vision More Sports, well, I'm not really expecting anything from my lineup. But as for Roberto Crown Jr. and why we kept that faith on him, well, I know that guy has a potential to perform pretty well in over the course of the season, but actually, aside from my team, well, I would say we would have a couple different winners here over the course of the entire season. But if there's one thing that want to dominate the series well, I would say Able Motorsports, because okay, Durrani, no offense to Durrani Racing, but yeah, Jefferson guy, Fitzy is Fitzy, but Durrani doesn't have the history of having any good ratings or performing pretty well in ratings-based series.
Unfortunately, that's the case. But honestly, I hope Durrani, both Fengai and Fitzwater actually do not of course, everybody will want championship runs purely because we want Durrani to actually think that he's somewhat capable of a team owner. But yeah, I really hope that that the Durrani boys can actually figure out something out. As for my guys, Bruno and Danny, we all saw how good Bruno was in the playoffs last year, even before signing for Aegis. But for Danny, well, okay, he had a bit of a complicated mess of the 2024 where he also raced in the truck series, and when he also had a shared schedule of the trucks and the national series. But considering how well he performed in qualifying, I'd say I got two good drivers under my cars. But yeah, my cars, quote unquote, because as well know, I got them from Arctic Circle and then rebranded as Aegis. But yeah, as for actual 2025 season overall hopes, well, my first hope is that we finish the year. Like, I mean, I really don't want to repeat another 2024.
Yeah, I really, actually, I do really hope the same as well, but let's see if circumstances won't be an hinder into the organization trying to finish the season this time. The total effect of what happened with the Grand National Series and the Truck Series as well. But of course, now before we go to the field right now, well, any predictions or of anything going to happen this race? Not necessarily who's going to win, but yeah, just any predictions.
Well, since okay, I'll say it first. I could. I mean, despite honestly, I know it's bad to say, but I'm expecting at least a caution because you saw in the shootout every heat, including the last chance qualifying races, was green flag was green flag from start to finish. But then come main event, we had a caution. It was just one for a weird thing that happened to Crown's car, but we got a caution. But I expect I'm at least expecting a caution. I'd be surprised if we don't get one. But outside of that, I expect. Well, I honestly don't expect who's going to win because we got so many good drivers, but I would expect maybe an upset win, I want to say. I don't doubt the race is going to be really good because the duels were, but yeah, this is what I think is going to be my predictions for the race. What about yours?
I would say, yeah, probably, I don't know, two cautions maybe? Or maybe just one because of how this series is now ratings based, and yeah, it also depends on the weather conditions right now. So maybe we could see some little bit of someone getting that chaos hammer into the field right now. So maybe we can see them, some of them may actually seem victorious. And actually, Anthony Nicol, I believe he won one of the duels back in 23, I believe. And then we can actually, we can actually have a clean race overall here.
I would hope so, but yeah, I think we pretty much exhausted all topics, didn't we?
Yeah, definitely. So I guess it's time for us to head into the field and for the pre-race ceremonies, the invocation followed by national anthem and then the famous words in motorsports. We'll be right back over here at the 37 Network for the main race.
Run, but again,
Dirty! And we do have... Wow!
Oh no!
You gotta be kidding!
Oh my goodness!
This has been the moment that everyone's been waiting for after a grueling weekend involving the qualifying, the New Era duels, and now we are here today here at Daytona International Speedway for this official start of the 2025 PSRLA Cup Series season. And yes, you hear my voice again, and you're more likely going to hear my voice anytime soon. I don't know when, but who knows. And hello everyone, this is the Daytona 500, the first race of the 2025 PSRLA Cup Series season. Hello everyone, and this is the 37 Network special coverage again of the Daytona 500. And yes, we are doing it the third time. Here, of course, we saw Bradley Ream win it before, we saw Cody Seal win it before. Can we see who's going to win the Yeah, the third running of the Daytona 500 here in the PSRLA Cup Series. We are about to find out in the next 40 laps. Of course, joining alongside me is, you know, the future voice of the PSRLA Cup Series and Aegis Motorsports owner Alex and Vitale. How you doing, man? And how do just like what we talked about earlier on, what do you think these drivers do have any potential, or can we see a very unpredictable Daytona 500 and like what we saw before?
Well, first and foremost, hello everyone, and I'm back to I'm being a better commentator, but only for this race. As for the drivers, I'm going to say we're going to see a lot of. I mean, if the duels are anything to go by, we're definitely going to see a lot of a lot of action. And for the drivers, I mean, we saw quite a lot of names up front. We saw Ali Anderson Jr., we saw Skip Silver, we saw Anthony Nicol, we saw Andrew Williams, so Brody Giacomo. We saw a lot of people that were up front, at least were up front during the duels. So it's very hard to predict what's going to happen. Also, at the same time, we're still pretty early in the ratings, and this is Daytona, so yeah, it's going to be an absolute lottery, and I am in all for it.
Yeah, definitely. But hey, it's good to see some, the different drivers in the field right now. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is going to be, unpredictable in any way. But, before we are going to discuss this drivers deeply by starting lineup later on, so what are your thoughts about, both Brendan Beal and Carson Miller's not missing out the race?
Well, naturally, it's a shame for both drivers because you end up the only two guys because both guys are from brand new teams, Smart and Williams and Racing, and unfortunately, at least even more so for Williams and Racing, this is a bit devastating because one of the cars made it onto the field while the others doesn't. But yeah, it's really bad for I'm honestly I'm shall we say I feel for both Beal and Miller for missing out on the biggest show the biggest show of the year. But yeah, unfortunately, we saw them in Duel 2. They were pretty much at the rear of the field the entire time. So, yeah, I'm really sorry for them. So we will see if they're going to qualify for Atlanta.
Yeah, definitely. But hey, so I guess we talk enough from the free race, and I guess it's time for us to see the starting order in the pit road while these guys are not are not rolling into the field just yet, so we can discuss all of them. So here's the starting lineup here for the 2025 Daytona 500 here for the first race of the 2025 PSRLA Cup Series. So, row number one, as I mentioned earlier, it is number 20 of Ali Anderson Jr. and the 45 Angel Gutierrez. Front row lockout for both of these guys after the qualifying session. Row two, do we have your dual winners with Anthony Nicol alongside him is Zayden Davidson, the 51. Row 3 do have the number 7 of Bruno Di Giacomo. Alongside him is the number 14 of Skip Silver. Just got edged out by Zayden Davidson by a few thousandths of a second in duel number 2. Row 4 do have Tom Sloan in the number 43. Alongside him is the number 79 of Nathan Stapleton. Last year, he led the most laps in trying to rebound this year. Let's see what he can do. Row 5 sees the number 52 of Zachary Fitzwater, second year for the running racing. Alongside him is one of the rookie in the field for Aegis Motorsport. It is Danny Johnson. Row 6 do have the 55 of Duncan Ward for Dragon Racing Enterprises. Alongside him is the number 17 of Nia Marinacci. for driving for Smart Motorsports. Row 7 do have William Ayers in the number 9 for PS Motorsports. Alongside him is the number 96 of Trevor Williams Jr. Driving for Czechoslovak Motorsports. Now for team operation for whatever reason. Row 8, another Czechoslovak Motorsports car of the number 37, Roberto Brown Jr., third year in a row driving for the team. Alongside him, another third year in a row driving for the team, number 5 for Dragon Racing Enterprises. It is Eric Monaco. Row 9 do have the number 21 of Carlos Sustrive. It is second full-time season for him, driving for Celeritas Racing. Alongside him is the number 27 rookie for driving for Vision Motorsports, a newly formed team by Matthew Hubert. It is Bryce Egan. Row 10 do have the number 1. I almost said it's Abra Alford, but no, you're not correct. It is Garrett Movadil from Poland, driving for Czechoslovak Motorsports. Alongside him is whoever that number 50 is. It's Santi Messi for Dragon Racing Enterprises. Row 11 do have the 44 of Jonathan Harrison. Moving over from Appalachia Motorsports to Able Motorsports. Alongside him is the number 41, your defending PSRLA Cup Series champion. It is Jeffrey Fingai. Row 12 to have the 24 of RB Gardner, moving over from Trucks to Cup. Alongside him is the number 75 of Ryan Little, a new driver for our Alamo Motorsports. Row 13 to have the 58 of Skylar Taylor, driving for OSC Racing. Alongside him is the number 98 of Genius D'Amelio for Power King Racing. Now, row 14 do have the 99 of, from Subotica, Serbia. It is Leonard Kochmer, a driver for Vision Motorsports. Alongside him is the number 6, the true New Yorker right there. It is Philip Torres. Row 15 do have the number 33 of Blaine Keys, driving for Celeritas Racing in their 4-car operation. Alongside him is Abra Alford in the 23 on loan from Czechoslovak Motorsports, driving for Vision Motorsports with the possibility of making the move permanent. Row 16, it is the number 82 of Andrew Williams for Czechoslovak Motorsports. Alongside him is the number 59 of Bernardo de Oliveira for Appalachia Motorsports. Row 17 do have the number 97 of Tanner Pardon, or should we say Panner Torden. Alongside him is the number 95 of Reggie Fogelman, driving for Appalachia Motorsports. Row 18 do have the 88 of Samet Oskin, driving for PS Motorsports. Alongside him, your 2023 Daytona 500 champion, Bradley Ream, driving for Dragon Racing Enterprises. Row 19 to have the 60 of Luke Evans for Smart Motorsports. Alongside him, Charlie Davenport, driving for PS Motorsports. And of course, at the back of the grid, row 20 sees the number 28 of Hunter Mendoza. I had no idea why there's no surname on the windshield. And alongside him is the number 57 of Joshua Neely for OSC Racing. And of course, coming home from this race are the 29 of Carson Miller and the 67 of Brendan Beal. Now, with the flow, or with the lineup discussed here, so Alex, who do you think's gonna win today's Daytona 500?
Oh dear God, the $1 million question. And you know what? I'm not gonna say one of my boys, so I'm going to say Jonathan Harrison. Jonathan Harrison. That's because I don't want to mention my boys, but yeah. Because because Harrison has had this story of the 44 car being a cursed car, and I really want him to break the curse and prove that both Jimmy Russell and Ludwig Charette were just unlucky with that car. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So how about this? I would say the one-hit wonder, Scap Silver, is going to win the Daytona 500. You know, last year we saw a blue and white car, or something with a sky blue car winning the Daytona 500. So I would say, why not with Scap Silver, or any shade of blue might actually win the Daytona 500. Look at Bradley Ream, look at Cody Still. So maybe Scap Silver is gonna do his own thing here at the World Center of Racing. So here we go. We are just waiting for the pace car to come into the pits right there. So I know the fans right there are now holding their breath and waiting for us to start this 40 lap race. Who knows if we're going to see some overtime? Of course we're going to. But hey, at least here we go. Pace cars now in. Ellie Anderson and Angel Gutierrez leads us into the green flag racing. Green gets it to go. 2025 PSRLA Cup season is now underway. You know what? Quite a few shuffle right there in first lap, and now Renault Di Giacomo leads the official first lap of the PSRLA Cup Series in the points-paying race, of course. But just alongside, behind him, here is Tom Stone and Zachary Fitzwater. And look at the 55 there of Duncan Ward climbing up into the field right there after starting 11th. But of course, everything could happen. And when we went into turn 1, we saw some little bit of 3 wide here put out by Anthony Nicol. And now Anthony Nicol is now in the outside lane, so that's probably one of the to take the lead early on in the race, as Brady Giacomo will still lead another lap.
And he's pulling a bit of a safety gap as is Sloan. That is exactly what I want to see. But in the meantime, Anderson goes wide. There's still pretty much 2 by 2 the entire, or they've been 2 by 2 this entire race, with this entire 3 laps right now. Fitzwater is Nicol has a bit of advantage, being hopped by Anderson. Anderson, there's still pretty much. There goes Nicol on the second place, 8 to 3 and 4, and does he have the momentum to make it?
Yeah, that's totally not going on early on this race to be, that aggressive. But here's the thing. I know we had the double the field than what we had over the duel, so I was thinking, 3 wide here, Fitzwater to the inside of Able Motorsports teammates of Nicol and Sloan, and there's the help from Duncan Ward. Scott Silver and Nathan Stapleton were able to go to the inside lane. Now, here's the thing. When we had the duels, some of the guys went way off the pace there and fall down the field. Charlie Davenport and those guys. But hey, these guys are still battling out. Now they're trying to make it 3 wide, and look at 79 Nathan Stapleton making that daring move into Duncan Ward as Cap Silver tries to cap out Willem Ayers in the inside, and he was able to do that, and 3 wide now for 4th place.
which nickel won. Stapleton is going deep on the inside of Fitzwater, but all this stuff is basically helping out the free ride between Silver, Ward, and Sloan. Silver's should have gotten this. Yup, he's through 5th place, I want to say. Now he's dealing with Stapleton goes through Fitzwater and is going to finish. Is going to be 2nd.
Stapleton was able to clear Fitzwater and skip Silver, as he's trying to, Nathan Stapleton trying to get that revenge from last year. So 1-2 are both Toyotas, so why not helping each other throughout this race? So right now, as we speak, here we go, as Nathan Stapleton now going through the inside of Brody Giacomo. Here we go, side by side, going 3 and 4. They're still side by side. As for 3rd, well, and 4th, it's Silver and Fitzwater. And going out of turn 4, looks like got it. Going to the line. New leader, car number 79.
And Silver should take 2nd place even by a little. According to the ticker, no, the Giacomo should be 2nd place, but they're side by side. No, there goes Silver for the lead, side by side with Stapleton, helped by Fitzwater and Ward. And looks like Silver might take the lead at the exit of 2 into the backstretch. In fact, he has. Unless Stapleton has anything to say about it, but Silver has that little bit of an advantage. He's literally got this from fenders ahead of the 79 car, but nope. Ooh, there goes Keys switching from the inside line there at the backstretch. But Stapleton is going to lead this lap as well. Silver tried for a move, but that did not work.
Wow, couple of shuffle right there in the field right now. So, but hey, outside lane is actually working pretty well here in this case. Well, I mean, the 14 of Cup Silver was still struggling to pass Brody Giacomo for 2nd, and looks like we do have ourselves, Fords are performing pretty well, honestly. Fitzwater, Zayden Davidson, Duncan Ward, even Kelly Anderson Jr. still there. He's just inside as Brody Giacomo passing to the inside of Stapleton, trying to take the lead back again after he lost it. A couple of laps to go. Still side by side. Looks like it's gonna be the Giacomo retakes the lead. As here's Anthony Nicol cutting now to the inside. Looks like still the 79 Stapleton still fast. And looks like Nichols making it 3 wide for the lead here. Can he actually do it? I don't know. We are probably holding our breath right there.
Especially my breath, but Nicol should have it. This should be dead, even although Di Giacomo has that little bit of actually just cleared the 42 car at the exit of the answer so free at the exit of the backstretch, but they're gonna be side by side again. And she'll still have the lead. Yep, that outside line still works for the Giacomo. Lap number 10, the number 7 of Aegis still leads. Come on.
Yeah, but of course the hard charging Anthony Nichols still right there. He's yet to win the official PSRLA Top 2 race. So let's see if he's going to do that today here at Daytona, out of all places. Pretty much same situation as LG Cineto Pro, but looks like Brody Giacomo still cuts through the inside of Anthony Nicol. Blocking. What a good play from AG Motorsports.
Actually, don't the dual count as official events?
Well, it is official. I would say only the points paying win are counted as official wins.
I mean, but the duels do count for points though this year, no?
Yeah, for points, yes. For official win, no.
Okay, that really makes sense. But in the meantime, the Giacomo is pulling a bit of a safety gap. There goes Davidson on the inside. He's gonna make a free one between Sloan, Silver, and And it is London Silver, and you sorry for that. Technical. But in the meantime, there's going to be 3 wide. Silver's got this one as Nickel goes on the inside of Stapleton for second. But Stapleton looks like he's going to keep the position, at least for now. Now can Nickel try for something on the inside of 1 and 2? And Stapleton still has that advantage, but there goes Nickel, helped by Zay Davidson.
Yeah, looks like there's a little bit of shuffle at the middle of the field. I'm not really sure what's going on, but gladly, I think no one really messed me up. But hey, Anthony Nickel and Zayden Davidson, Duncan Ward as well, trying to close into the 7 of Bruno Di Giacomo. You know, once Bruno Di Giacomo had straight laps until lap 22 or 23, he's more likely going to take another bonus point for leading the most laps. And it's kind of funny because Hallie Anderson Jr., who started on the pole, failed to lead a single lap yet. Maybe that's not going to be the case now, as Hallie Anderson Jr. closing into teammate Zayden Davidson. And look at another Aegis Motorsports car of Danny Johnson, the Mr. ESP, and I don't know whatever, but I thought that we almost saw some little bit of 4 wide, but they're close to it.
And for everybody's sake, I hope they actually don't, because 4 wide has never worked here. But the living three are glued to each other's rears as Anderson tries to catch up to them. There goes Nickel on the inside of Davidson. And Nicholson, Davidson is on the outside, Nickel on the inside line, and looks like the 42 car has gotten it. Exit of turn 2 to the backstretch, being helped by Glenn Huff, Davidson's teammate in Anderson. And they're still pretty much dead even. In the meantime, there's Nate Johnson in 5th. Stapleton's going to go on the inside of Johnson for 5th. They're still side by side for 2nd place. And Stapleton looks like he's about to win his battle with Johnson. In the meantime, the jockey is still leads. And okay,
wow.
they're pulling into the pits. Nickel and Egan are pulling into the pits, as is Torres, Fogelman, and Davenport. So pit stops have begun.
I believe we're going to see two pit stop cycles for this guy. So I didn't see that coming. I thought they were going to stretch it into lap 21 or so, but hey, racing is still racing. But I didn't know why in the world you had the mirror settings into 22. Well, it should have been 42, but never mind then, as I'm not really sure if they took just 2 tires, but let's go back up front.
I feel like they took 2 tires, but who knows. In the meantime, there goes Davidson and Giacomo in the pits, and so Johnson, Anderson, virtually the half of the field is going to the pits. And I'm going to assume these guys are going to be pitting as well, so Ward, so it should be good. Actually, no, never mind. There's Crown and
Roberto Crown Jr. and Garrett Melville.
Yeah,
so teammates over at Cherry Motorsports now leading this field. Let's go into the pits and see how these drivers are actually, looks like we'd have ourselves, probably 4 tire stop.
I think, at least think it looked like it took 4 tires, but yeah, I would assume they all took 4 tires. In the meantime, who won this battle per road? I'd say it was Davidson.
We haven't cycled that one yet, but we can probably see once we cycle through. But we have to go into Angel Gutierrez, as both
and
this
there we go. This other field goes into the pits.
Cars have, So let's look at Roberto Crown Jr. first. So looks like more likely going to be a 4 tire stop for this guy, and
yep,
looks like yes, that's the case. So now let's go into Angel Gutierrez in the 45. Where is he right now?
And he should be coming
that's
out of
probably
the pits. Yep, he came out of the pit. No, that's Silver. Actually,
that's Silver.
Where is Gutierrez?
He's still in the field.
Oh, he's going
Right there. He's about to come in.
He's going to. Wait. I think I heard.
He's about to come in, man. He came into the pits. I already saw him.
But the. I.
Never mind. But Eric Monaco now lead. No, actually, he's in the pits.
No, there's Monaco in the pits. There's Gutierrez coming out of the pits.
Coming in. Coming in. I told you, man. I told you.
Yeah,
But anyway,
it's the first race, so Cubby's almost like here.
Yeah. You'll get into it, man. I know. So now Monaco is now out of the pits. Now let's see who's in front right now. I believe it's still Bruno Di Giacomo and Zayden Davidson. All they have to do is to get close with each other if they want to, have an equal chance of winning the Daytona 500. But still, I'm still surprised there's still no caution whatsoever. But a pull away with this 5 cars, and I'm surprised with the number 6 of Philip Torres. I'm not sure how in the world he did go up front. I mean, he started way back 28.
That looks like some guys at Smart Motorsport, and looks like the guys at Smart Motorsports are some good strategists. In the meantime, ooh, there goes
Now between teammates.
Johnson and Bruno side by side for the lead of the race, and indeed it is the lead of the race. It is should be an Aegis 1-2 right now, at least for now. But unless Nico has anything to say about it, now they're gonna go single file with 2 Aegis guys. Well, that was cut short. Nickel on the inside of the Giacomo, also being helped by Davidson, while the Giacomo is being helped by Torres.
Wow. Now 3 wide for a second here as Zayden Davidson trying to go past Anthony Nickel and 7 Brody Giacomo, and that's probably good news for Denny Johnson as he's pulling away. Look at how the gap, I mean, that's 3 to 4 car lengths right there. But, they still continue that way. Well, and Anthony Nickel's not in comfortable position right now, as let's go to the second pack right there. So Blaine, he's surprisingly line 6, followed by Jonathan Garrison, Reggie Falkenman. Surprised since he's inside top 10 after, consistently being at the back of the field. So I guess, yeah, pit stops really played a vital role just on seeing who's going to get the smart strategy right there, or who's going to pull up the pit stops. But there's your answer.
In the meantime, there's Keys, the guy that we talked about so much in previous weeks as a super favorite for this year because rating season has been attacked by Carrison. In the meantime, they're still scrambling for second place, 4 wide between Davidson, Nickel, and Torres. And that's, of course, all in help of Denny Johnson. Now, I really hope that Bruno can actually clear this, guys, because I want a picture perfect moment. Even though it's probably not going to go well, but regardless, I still want a moment. But
here's the thing: if these guys continue to battle this the way they are right now, the second pack would more likely to get close with this 5 guys. 5 guys unintended, I guess. But yeah, let's go to the third pack, shall we? The 12 down below, and it's being led by Bernardo de Oliveira and Joshua Neely. Is asking for 12 right now after starting dead last in at the rear of the field. So Joshua Neely trying to cook something for OSC racing. Again, we have to base on points as well to see who's going to get the automatic qualification for next race at Atlanta. Yes, there you go. We do have a clean 2 wide racing right there. Now, we have to go to the fourth pack and discuss that one. So, take it away, Alex.
So there's Crown Jr., who's been currently is actually a bit of as a bit of a gap from Taylor. Never mind, that gap is just disappeared in one go. I mean he's getting helped by his loan, so I guess that would make sense. There's little Monaco. There's a bit of a scramble actually for this group. It's not as compact as the rest of the rest of these other groups, but Taylor is going to lead this group step by step with his loan, and Crown is slowing down because he's got no threat whatsoever. But yeah, this whole field is going for groups, and there's Duncan Ward. At least I believe that's Duncan Ward's loan through the inside of Taylor to lead this little group, being helped by the Toyota Brian Little.
Yeah, now, how about the very rear of the field? Let's go. So, Duncan Ward probably lost pace. Let's go toward another back again.
That's good.
Angel Gutierrez. What world?
I think that
Not good.
no, that super late stretch is not working in the slightest. Aubrey Gardner, well, is not exactly doing. I mean, maybe some of your doubts about PS Motorsports are becoming true, even though we already saw a car in the Duel 1, the PS car that was so slow. It was completely it was super off the pace, but that was Charlie Davenport. But yeah, maybe your doubts about PS Motorsports are correct. In the meantime, Santi Messi has had a bit of a nightmare of a start of a season. He lost a sponsor, and then he was suspended from the shootout.
Yeah, definitely just another downfall for Santi Messi. Now, let's go up front. Like, ooh, actually, Hunter Mendoza is still further at the back. I'm not really sure how far is it, but you know, you get the idea. I don't see.
I think he's about to get lapped. He's about to get lapped.
Oh man, that's not looking good. But look at Zayden Davidson trying to attack the 70 of Danny Johnson. Still just waiting for the right moment right there. And, you know, looks like 2 Toyotas, 2 Fords, and a Chevy inside right here in this group. So, just incredible to see this guy. They fare pretty well here. So, maybe Danny Johnson's about to cook something, and maybe Aegis Morris, but actually in general. You know, your team, man, has been leading the most laps here, right here, for the Daytona 500.
And I don't want to say stuff because I don't want to curse. I don't want to curse them. But Torres Carlos on the inside of Davidson, helped by Bruno, and that's going to help Johnson a little bit. Nicol looks like might be losing a bit of. Never mind. Looks like he was going to lose contact to this group, and never mind. He kept right back up. He's on the inside of the Giacomo, but Bruno's going to slam the door shut on that line. They're gonna be free, too wide between Davidson and the Giacomo. In the meantime, this leading pack is catching up to Hunter Mendoza, who pretty much confirmed the poor pace they had in the top 6 qualifying, does he?
Yeah, completely. You know, I thought he's going to do pretty well after that performance over at the qualifying, but that was just a fluke. As Denny Johnson, let's see, I would say a lap or two we're going to close into Hunter Mendoza, or before the the final cycle of pit stops. They're all single file right there. And you know, if you see the gap right now in oh, looks like Denny Johnson go to the outside, Philip Torres to the inside, and they're gonna split Hunter Mendoza into the middle, and no! Danny Johnson actually used Philip Torres as a pick right there, and clears as Randy Giacomo now going through the inside of Hunter Mendoza.
Please, don't screw this up, and it's going to the end. He just won too. Oh my God, this is insane. I mean, I need to be calm. I need to be on, and I need to be on partial because Zay Davidson is on the inside of the Giacomo, but looks like Bruno's got this. Yep. And looks like we're gonna have an just 1-2 unless ooh, that's a bit of a real line of thing. Are they going to pit? Oh, Johnson's pitting.
Yes,
Johnson's
they
pitting
will.
against his nickel.
And looks like the second and third, the second and third pack actually managed to merge. So that's how crazy it is. So let's look at the Danny Johnson first. So we have to see him. So we're going to focus on the second cycle of pit stops. So it's gonna be, I don't know, but
I think it's gonna
well, Danny Johnson only taking 2 tires surprisingly.
Ooh, okay, so that's a big move from Danny, and he's going to win this battle on pit road. But
Let's look into Bruno Di Giacomo. Let's look at Bruno Di Giacomo first.
Let's go to Bruno. There he is, and Davidson and
Hang out.
Torres are
Actually,
pulling,
Zayden Davidson first.
pulling into the pits. Bruno continues for another lap. In the meantime, there's Williams, Sostray, Fogelman, Keys, Anderson, Marinacci, the two Marinacci, then is Pardon.
Now let's look at Zayden Davidson and let's see what he'll do here for the last cycle of pit stops. Maybe trying to stretch the right tire as well. So yeah, he's also definitely going for 2 tire stop.
Yeah, it's gonna be for 2 stops straight.
And probably a half tank of fuel. I don't know. Now, let's see the number 7 of Bruno Di Giacomo again if he's going to the pits right now.
And where is he? There he is. No, that's Sevens. And he's
there you
the
go.
pits, as is Mendoza, who's pretty much left at this point. As do Movidel and Williams Jr. I would assume that everybody's going to take also 2 tires.
Yeah, that's probably the rest of the field right there. So now, all we had to do is to wait and see who get it right. Now, let's go into Danny Johnson.
The drivers are getting back on track. There's Johnson.
There we go. Oh, actually, Philip Torres or Zayden Davidson actually got it.
And let's see how the
now,
cycle out.
all we have to do is just wait for Bruno Di Giacomo to be in the field. We are just waiting, waiting, and waiting.
And
they're not yet. That's Malbadell.
That's Williams Jr. and Movidel.
And I think it is Bruno Di Giacomo got it.
Oh,
he got it.
Oh boy, oh boy. Oh
He's
my
right
god.
there.
Oh my god.
Oh, hang on. Fitzy.
Wait, what? Fitz. Okay, there's Gutierrez and Messi. There was the rest of.
Oh yeah.
Those are the rest of the field that didn't pit.
Those are the last guys that actually went.
There's Ward coming out of the pits. There's Fitzwater and Sloan. I guess they're gonna stretch it up for 1 more lap, unless they.
Oh yeah. I'm not really sure where Monaco is, or he just got plucked in after. Oh yeah, he's still there. Now Sloan. Now all we have to do is just to wait and see if these guys were able to stretch it out. But as you can see with the time, there, Fitzwater is stretching it out. Fitzwater is stretching it out.
Okay.
Because, yeah, it's not going to be the winning game for both Sloan and Monaco, since the gap was just 17 seconds, and you know, you have to waste time in going in and out of the pits, and of course, how many seconds does it take you to change 2 tires? But wow, incredible strategy for Zachary Fitzwater. Let's see if that one pays off.
A very ballsy move from Fitzwater and the Ferrari guys, but I don't know. Let's see if he's going to pit.
The gap is now 27.12 seconds. He's going in.
Fitzwater pits.
Let's focus on Fitzwater first.
Fitzwater
now,
pits.
Fitzwater. Bold move right there. Now, let's see if he's going to do pretty well, as 27 seconds, and the time that that cuts you off from
I think it's gonna
entering and exiting the pits as well.
I think it's gonna for
4 tires left?
I think he is going for a 4 tire strategy. No.
Oh, just
okay.
the outside, just the right tires.
All right.
It scares me off a little bit, to be honest. And looks like there they are. Let's go back into up front there. As Zayden Davidson for
Davidson. Okay, still. I think this should be. Yeah, this is the leading pack with 6 laps to go. And oh dear God, dear God. I am liking this picture a lot, but at the same time I'm dreading it.
yeah, definitely. But of course, we still have to keep it professional right there. As Zayden Davidson, as you know, as you can see right there, the 42 of Anthony Nicol fell down to the second pack right there. Zayden Davidson is, you know, full of rookies in the field. Or actually, yeah, the top 2 more likely rookies, yes. And now they're just trying to close into Zayden Davidson in this case. Philip Torres still have a chance. Bruno Di Giacomo has the chance. And, you know, essentially it's 50-50 chance for AG Motorsports to win the Daytona 500.
But right now Davidson has a bit of a safety gap, so and Torres and Johnson is not catching up to him even with the help of Torres as he's fighting with Di Giacomo for 4th. Bruno goes wide, 3 laps to go, no 4 laps to go, and oh my God, this is tense. I mean. The win is basically going to be all for this win. These 4 guys are going to battle for the lead. I'm so excited that I can't even talk right now. But yeah, unless let me check this out. Joshua Neely from dead last to possible top 10. Now that is an impressive run.
How about that for Joshua Neely in his Cup Series debut? Yeah, and looks like Danny Johnson got it to the inside of Zayden Davidson.
And
oh my God, we almost missed that one. Johnson got it.
Oh,
with 3 to go.
oh my God. Okay. Okay. Calm down. Okay, there's still 3 laps to go. As Johnson should be ahead of the 51 car, being helped by Di Giacomo on the entrance of the backstretch. And they're still side by side. Torres has the help. There's 2 Toyotas and 2 Fords battling for the win of the Daytona 500. Davidson still has the crucial outside line, but Johnson looks like he should be ahead.
Oh my God! Here we go with just 2 laps to go, and Danny Johnson managed to clear Zayden Davidson with the help of his own teammate, Bruno Di Giacomo. At this rate, their team orders are not effective right there. But kudos to Joshua Neely for 40th to 5th. What a great charge for him. Might be about to get passed by Jonathan Harrison, but of course, going back up front, still up front. Now they're single file. This is going to be an interesting, as there's still 1-2 right there for AG Motorsports, and with side by side between Davidson and Torres, it looks like it's going to be still the 1-2 finish for AG Motorsports. And we cross the line, 1 flag now in the air, 1 more time around here at the Daytona 500.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Now I know Darrell Walter felt like in 2001. Oh my God! They're pulling away. Torres and Davidson looks like they're pretty much out for the win. Into the backstretch, half a lap to go. My heart is beating. I know what Watford feels like.
And now
right
here we
now.
go. Look again, Johnson. Oh, sorry. I mean, Bruno Di Giacomo looks like battling out side by side between teammates. No help whatsoever. Here we go. coming out of turn number 4. Looks like, oh my god, going to be a side by side between teammates. Who's gonna get it?
No,
Di
fuck,
Giacomo
no
Johnson. And, wow, Di Giacomo got it.
way! No way!
Fourth career win for Bruno Di Giacomo, and he gets probably the biggest win of his PSRLA Cup Series career. And Danny Johnson completes it for a 1-2 finish. Just incredible.
Oh my god.
Come on.
Oh my god. I'm crying right now. Oh my god. Oh god, I need a minute.
There's no bias about it.
I need a minute.
How about now?
I need a minute.
Oh dear, man.
Shut up. I need a minute. Oh god.
How about that?
Oh.
So,
Oh.
I guess it's time for us to see the results here. As you can see, the Giacomo got it in the bag. The last lap pass. Well deserved victory. And look at the gap. I mean, just 28 thousandths of a second. So, not looking bad there. So, still a 1-2 finish for AG Motorsports here for the Daytona 500. Zayden Davidson tried to keep it out, to keep the lead, but just couldn't. Third, Philip Torres, whatever. Fourth, and look at the gap between those packs. Joshua Neely kudos with it, 40 at to 5th, so 35 places climb. How about that? And that's essentially the. Let's look at the rest of the results there, and yeah.
So Anthony Nicol comes home in 6th place. Then it's Jonathan Carrison, Andrew Williams, Reggie Fogum, and Gary Movidell. And then, of course, it's the rest of the field. Ali Anderson Jr. finishes 14th. Then is Blaine Keys, who finishes 16th. Then is Kep Silver, 22nd. Then it should be Monaco is 14th. Then oh my God, Monte Mendoza, the only lapped car, and Duncan Ward. That's a very disappointing race for. That's a very disappointing end of the race for Ward. Arby Gardner, that basically the last of the lapped cars. And actually, where did Gutierrez finish? Finished 36th.
Well, how about that for these guys there, since we had a very unforgettable race just happened today here for the first race of the PSRLA Cup Series season here for this year. But hey, how about let's look at the point standings, shall we? But before that, of course, it's really great to see your team doing pretty well. How about that?
I cannot believe this actually happened. I cannot believe this actually happened, and oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna take. Yeah, oh dear lord.
Yeah.
Oh, I got no words. Honestly, I got no words.
That's just incredible. But now maybe it's time for us to look at the point standings after this race with, applying those dual points. And now, as of course you can see, Bruno Di Giacomo is able to, get the win, and he's going to take the lead here in the point standings. And of course, Zayden Davidson, despite finishing third, is in, just 5 points behind. This is primarily due to the dual points. Beating out Danny Johnson is right there in third. Anthony Nicol in fourth, right there, 9 points behind. Philip Torres, 17 points behind. Joshua Neely, 18 points behind. Trevor Williams Jr., 19 points behind. Jonathan Carson 20 points behind, Andrew Williams 21 points behind, and Reggie Fogelman in 22 points behind. So right now in the wild card spot are Garrett Mobadel and Carlos Sustrai, both in actually tied with Nia Marinacci in for 11th, but these two guys finished ahead. But of course, with affecting the points and such. So right now for race two, which will happen at over at Atlanta Moore Speedway, the the drivers that need to qualify by time or need to go to the under the pre-qualifying format are Sam Alaskan, Angel Gutierrez, Santi Messi, RB Garner, Hunter Mendoza, and Brandon Beal, and the 29 of what was that again?
Carson Miller.
Carson Miller. Yeah. And of course, another driver will join them for AJ's Motorsport, and that is Justin Paris will be also there. So, man, Alex, final thoughts about the race.
Okay, now I calm myself down, but yeah, it's an incredible result for my team. I in all my even in my most positive dreams, I could have expected that outcome such as this. But outside of that, it was a fantastic race. It was a fantastic weekend from start to finish. But
Yeah,
yeah,
complete.
yeah, no, I still cannot believe it just happened, but yeah, it's been a fantastic race. It's been a fantastic weekend all around, and I honestly cannot wait for the rest of the season.
Yeah, completely. But who knows? Maybe your team would be able to continue that momentum. And of course, well, I'm pretty sure. Wow, very incredible race. But hey, I guess all we have to do now is wrap this things up. So yeah, all I can say is, although we would say it's kind of mediocre race, but that was very biblical, man. I I thought Danny Johnson would get it all, but Brody Giacomo just swooped in past to the inside uh of Johnson. That was very incredible move. So yeah, I guess that wraps up with us the 37th special presentation of the Daytona 500. So of course, next race is going to be the Hooters 400 at Atlanta Moore Speedway. So thank you guys very much for watching. Huge congratulations again to Bruno Di Giacomo for getting the win for the greatest for the Great American Race. How about that? So yeah, this is Sergio Alonso, and on behalf of Alex and Vitale, so long and see you next week. Congratulations again to Bruno Di Giacomo.
See ya.